What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Today, I'm on my free-to-play account. I want to share with you guys some tips that will boost your progression. I want to talk about what characters you should scroll first to make sure that you guys are avoiding this mistake and have a better progression, and a couple of different things as well. Before we get into that, if you guys want to put your hand on free rewards, if you want to help and support the channel, you can do so by clicking right here at the announcement tab. Head on to bind your code, and right here, use code Skratch, guys. Now, if it doesn't work from in-game, I will leave the link in the pinned comment or description because it tends to work like that. And you're going to be able to claim some free rewards. That being said, let's quickly talk about how to boost your progression on day 8, okay? I'm on my free-to-play account. My gear at the moment just does not look that great. Even though I have a few legendary pieces, to be honest, not that many, as you guys can probably notice. Truth be told, I haven't really grinded this account today and yesterday only a little bit, okay? So I still have stamina that I need to use, but in order for you to be able to get better gear straight away, head over to the exchange shop. And all of the shops actually had the reset. So you can purchase more goodies from here as well if you need to, of course. Let me just actually pick up my scrolls. And we're going to discuss a bit about what to prioritize in all of the exchange shops. Then we're going to talk about scrolls as well, how to prioritize those, right? But let's talk about gear. So if you go to the journey shop, okay, you're gonna have tons and tons of this crimson coin currency, and this is something that you acquire by talking with NPCs, completing random quests on the map, and all that stuff. Now right here, you're going to have tons and tons of cheap things to buy. The first thing you should prioritize is the Master Scroll. The second thing you should prioritize, Scholar Scroll. I'm not purchasing the Apprentice Scrolls just yet. I do have quite a few available on the account. We will need them, but they're not really important. What is extremely important for me today is purchasing all of this super cheap legendary gear and pray for some good pieces, okay? That's basically what's important for me today, because you're going to be able to get pieces from every single part of the body, to say it like this. You're going to get weapons, helmets, chests. You're going to get everything. It is a bit of RNG with what you're getting from here. You might be able to pull off a couple of good sets. You might not. But either way, this will give you a massive, massive boost in terms of building your characters. Look at that. That's amazing. Defense percentage, HP percentage. Beautiful. And now we are getting the gloves. Please, a crit rate one. Thank you. There you go. You just need to ask for it and the game will give it to you. Thank you again. It gave me 2. Thank you again. I was gonna say, if the fourth one is crit rate as well, damn, I know some freaking voodoo magic. But that's what I am prioritizing from these shops. I actually did not purchase the epic gear on my free-to-play account before because I did not need that. I do not purchase the Starlight Stone Dice. Sorry, I can't even say it properly. But the gear that you get from here today is going to be massive, okay? I purchased Rowena. I'm actually going to do a guide on some different dungeons using her. I actually skilled her up. Really, really good epic damage dealer for the Frost team. Then, we have the Bard's Banquet. Now, right here, we will be able to purchase mythical gear, okay? And this is something that we need to do. Clear once more onto Groomland Showdown difficulty 2. This will only become available probably when we move on to the next cap. So in like 4 days or so. We do have very good characters in here as well. As you guys can probably notice, I already purchased Tunnelon and I purchased Foley because I will slowly look to build a team for the Temporal Vortex with wild characters, especially later on. But in order to get there, I need to get Frerbart first, okay? So hopefully we're gonna have him on the Flora banner so I can pick him up from there. Hopefully. Ellie is a good character. Shink, not that great. But once again, from here, your main priority should be, of course, the Master Scroll and then the Scholar Scroll. Now, I haven't done this on my free-to-play account yet to basically go and defeat this difficulty, but I'll be doing that later today because we had a weekly reset yesterday, right? Then, if we are talking about arena shops, so in the arena shop, my main priority, of course, is the Helialite dice and is the Scholar Scroll, at least in the regular arena. Another thing to keep in mind, you are able to purchase gold from tons of these, from most of these shops, and is extremely cheap because you are able to get 600,000 gold, right, for 16 of this currency, which is pretty much nothing. So this gold will become important. I had to buy it on my main account, for example, right? Now, talking about the actual realm-wide arena, my priority here as well is going to be to get the 2 Master Scrolls, then the Scholar Scrolls, and then I'll see what I'll be doing. The Essence of Creation is pretty important, but I am valuing the Scrolls way more than the Essence of Creation at the moment. Because we're going to get more Essence of Creation by playing the game, doing summons and all that. And I feel like the Scrolls are way, way more important just for the simple fact that they're so hard to get. In the Alliance shop, you can purchase characters. If you haven't purchased them yet, go and do it. But for example, in this one, my main priority is to get the Essence of Creation. Okay? So from here, I'm always prioritizing the Essence of Creation over anything else. I do not tend to prioritize the Starlight Stone dice. The Mercy for Epics is not that great on it. And we are getting a bunch of regular summons just from playing the game, right? So my priority from the Alliance shop is getting the Essence of Creation. And like that, you kind of like get to balance pretty much everything because you get the scrolls from the rest. You can get gold from here as well, you see. Super, super cheap to get the 600k for 100. And one thing that I am not sure about is how much of this currency we are going to get once we're doing all of the storyline and everything else on the map. Are we still going to get some, or is basically a cap that we reach and that's it? No more of this currency. Because if that's the case, you kind of have to think about, well, maybe I don't buy gold from here. Maybe I just buy the gear, the legendary. Maybe I buy the characters, Rava and Rowena, which I did on my account. And then I'm going to buy the scrolls till I run out of the currency, right? Because once the storyline is done and you do all of the side quests, it's going to be, I think, pretty hard to get more, right? But that's what you should prioritize in the exchange shops. I do want to point out one thing, and that is, at the adventure, you have the Team Outland Rifts, okay? This game mode is extremely, extremely rewarding. You can go to stage 10. You're going to get actually more Crimson coins from here. So this is something that will not disappear. You're going to have this till the end of the season. I forgot that you're getting them from here. And then you're going to get 72 chests from one fight on the highest stage. And it's really not difficult. And you're going to get 1.5 million gold. I'm actually quickly going to see if I can find somebody that I can invite in here to try and do it. I'm literally going to send an invite to every single person. Let's see. Is anyone joining me or not? Hopefully. If not, I might feel bad. Like, I have no friends to play with, right? I've done it on my main account, actually, with my buddy Niva. I could probably add myself as a friend and do it with my main account, but you can always share it in all of this. You share it in, somebody might join in a minute or not. Always try to do it with somebody else rather than solo, because you're going to be able to claim more rewards. So there we go. Let's see if both of us, free to play, look at that. Thank you, my fellow free to play, for joining in. I need to check who has gear. So he has gear. He's bringing in Oster. Perfect. Urian has gear for me. Not that much, but we can put him in. And I need one more character with gear. Vorash. Let's go like this. Does he have the Witch's Remains on her? I can't see his gear, no? I'm going to bring in a summoner actually instead. There we go. And even though it's level 145, is fairly easy compared to dungeons and other stuff like that. You see, like, we're literally melting the boss. 2 free to play, and he's only level 70. He's not even at a higher level, which is definitely really, really good. And we're just demolishing the boss. Check out the rewards, because last night when I've done it, I was like, wow. Okay, I was super surprised. And the reason why I'm stressing it, I forgot to do it on my freaking free-to-play account, and I only did it on my main, okay? I just want to make sure you guys are not missing out on it. But these are the rewards. 72 chests. These are going to be massive for talents later, okay? 150 of those crimson coins and 1.2 million gold. Now, on my other account, we've got 1.4 million gold. So maybe the faster you clear it, the more gold you're getting. I'm not 100% sure about it, but either way, the rewards are really, really good. And I would strongly recommend you to make sure you're doing it in team challenge rather than solo, because in solo, you'll be getting less rewards. Now, I'm not sure exactly by how much you're going to lose, but you're going to get less rewards. That being said, let's talk about scrolls. I'm hearing this question every single day. What character should I scroll on my account? Well, let me just make your life easier. You always want to scroll your support characters before damage dealers. If you are running, for example, Dauntless team, and your main support characters in there is going to be Zephy and I don't know, Ihuikatl, which is the epic, you're going to prioritize scrolling your supporters first. If your team is Frost Necro, you're going to want to prioritize your support first. And let me just quickly explain you why. If your team is not able to stay alive because your support character is just moving too slow and is not able to constantly support your team with healing, your damage dealers will die and you cannot do nothing about it. If your team is able to sustain, if your support character is able to constantly heal the team, then your damage dealers will survive and they will deal more damage over time. Is as simple as that. Now, I'm not telling you to never scroll your damage dealers and do all of the support characters in the game before that. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, especially if you are free to play low spender, try to prioritize the first, the first characters that you're doing, 2-3 support characters for each one of the elements, because you're going to need them, okay? And in my case, on my free to play account, I scrolled first Thorin. Thorin is great in a lot of content, especially on this account for me. He is the biggest carry. So because of it, he got all of my legendary scrolls. I think I have none at the moment, or I might have one more available. The next character that I'm planning to scroll, it might be Vinyara, it might not. It really depends who else I'm going to get. Now, in terms of getting an exclusive, yeah, hell yeah, you should scroll your freaking exclusive to do more damage. Hell, I should scroll my Lysania to be able to speed up all this and enable her to land the debuffs. But if you are paying attention, she already has a faster cooldown than a damage dealer. So if I'm going to bring in my Frost damage dealer, this one, she has a short cooldown because it's 18 seconds. But usually, the damage dealers are at 20 seconds, right? So if you have a supporter that can... damage enabler, not a supporter, because Lysania is not a supporter, is a damage enabler, you shouldn't necessarily go for it unless she will enable your other characters to do more damage. If not, prioritize some other characters to do damage. Urian would be amazing scrolled as well. Urian is really meta in a lot of content now and very, very powerful. I don't think you need a scrolls in him. Like, I was doing Grave of Venom 17 on my main account without any scrolls in him. Then I decided, let me scroll him up so I can do more work. Today, he literally absolutely loved me because I got so many freaking copies of this champion today that it made my eyes bleed. But in the end, it helped me to defeat some of the stage 20 in the dungeons today, right? So that was pretty good. But overall, that is my strategy in terms of scrolling characters. So Thorin, the first legendary that I scrolled on my account, I have one scroll left. I'm not going to scroll nobody at the moment. Like Vinyara, yeah, she will be better with scrolls, but she already has a good cooldown. 21 seconds, not as bad. 7 to 12 seconds. If she would have the scrolls, yeah, she would be much, much better overall, like any other character in the game. But I think I'm going to look at prioritizing different characters. I am attempting to go for Flora on my free-to-play account. So most likely, my main thing that I'll be doing now is to save my scrolls for the exclusive that I'll be getting, or a very good legendary that I'll be getting, just to be able to push high damage in other content. If I need to do a different support character as a legendary, I'll probably prioritize that over the damage dealers. But as it is, I'm fine like that. So most likely, I will be doing a damage dealer next, because the rest of the support characters work. Like, I'm using Garius, he's scrolled, he's an epic, much easier to get the scrolls down for them. I'm using a lot of epics because it's much easier to scroll them, right? So I've got Garius scrolled, I've got Catherine scrolled, I've got Voresh scrolled, I've got Yola almost fully scrolled. I'm not going to do it for this one at the moment. I do not have Rava scrolled, but I have Rowena scrolled because I want to use her as my main damage dealer. What else I have scrolled? I do not have Estella scrolled yet, which is very, very good. Zarlot, he is kind of like on the to-do list for me because he's very, very good as well as a character. If I'm planning to go Dauntless, I might do it at some point, like Shaltar is very good. But at the moment, I'm working on Tunnelnun and I'm working on Foley because I'm trying to do a wild team for my Temporal Vortex, most likely. So I'm saving these scrolls that I have available. I have 15 left. And actually, I do need to do Tia. So there we go. She's a support. She can do a bit of damage too. But mainly, she's there to help the team to survive. Healing, invisibility, because I will be doing a guide on a different dungeon later today. But that's kind of like how I'm prioritizing what, who gets the scrolls basically, right? Dane is a very, very, very freaking good unit. I might build him up. I might not. I do have Voresh at the moment. I do not think I need Dane. So I'll see if I'll build him up or I won't. But this is a very good skill with the healing prohibition, the fear. And overall, he's a very good character. That's it for this video. I really wanted to touch down on these two topics, the exchange shops and the scrolls, guys. Who gets the scrolls, who doesn't? Hopefully you found it helpful. Stay tuned for the next video as well. And do not forget, if you guys want to get more free rewards, head over to the link right here. Bind your account and use code Skratch to claim some free rewards. That will help to support the channel, and I'll be able to do tons and tons of giveaways when we reach specific milestones on our levels, including Helia Light dice. And that was all for this one. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.